Hi, my name is Rolling Gonzalez, Lead Project Director for Connections Specialist LCC. We've been in business for 10 years already. We've been servicing the Rio Grande Valley from uh, Rio Grande all the way to Port Isabel. Our main objective is to determine points of communication problems that businesses have. We analyze and we determine what solutions we're able to offer them in our efforts to, or their efforts, the business efforts, to improve their communication, their profitability, and their profitability and efficiency. Uh, so, one of the factors that may contribute to communication problems within their organizations is perhaps the neglect of tool use, poor technology, poor leadership, and one very common aspect of communication problems is employee resistance. Uh, we recently got hired by Lax Furniture Corporation, leading company, furniture selling company for the Rio Grande Valley. And again, they hired us to do an assessment on a specific department, being the collection and the credit department. And for us to understand the issues on that particular department, we need to know what the department consists of, or what it is that their objective is. So to talk to you a little bit more about that objective or that department as far as how they work in that department, I'm going to present to you Audrey Murillo, and she'll be elaborating a little bit more on that particular area of concern. Audrey, thank you.
Thank you, Roland. Part of what we did learn and what we figured out about the LAX collections department is that they have many departments that consist of many employees that are just used to in a way, do credit checks, form lines of credit, develop relationships with other people in order to sell the product or the furniture to these individuals. They offer different collections and accounts, and the department also does handle lawsuits. One of the things we did want to help this company with was developing better portfolios for their company, and just helping them to get lines of credit in order, and just to basically improve their collections department. Another thing that was a problem with them was when collecting these certain lines of credits, there were many other problems, not just in the collections themselves, but utilizing the tools they needed in order to collect on these debts and these loans. The problems that we were mainly focusing on were between the communications with the employees and with the top management. And it's not necessarily a big conflict, but when there's a lack of communication, it can be very detrimental to a company. And now I present to you our conflict analysis specialist, Naime Calderon.
Thank you, Audrey. My name is Naime Calderon. I'm the conflict analysis specialist. After the evaluation of the credit collections department in Lax Furniture Store, we found several managerial communication issues. The first one is the lack of communication, of course, between managers and subunits. This means that they're so focused on their own assignments and on their own assigned subunits that they don't offer support to other subunits. This is damaging the whole department, the collections and credit department, and to not improve in a better service or in a better way to do their own stuff. Due to this lack of communication, we also found that managers are not properly establishing meetings nor refreshing trainings. The training should be every week or at least every 2 weeks, and they're not doing it properly. Observations and one-on-one performance review is not done on a regular basis, and this is damaging as well. It is not proper that they don't do this because each individual, each employee needs to focus on everything and needs to be trained properly one by one basis. The last one, which is very important, is inspections, which are not held periodically. These issues have damaged the credit collections department as a whole since they're not having good leaders. And to explain you a little bit more about the employees' issues, I'm going to present you Alma Vigil, who's a public relations administrator.
Thank you, Naime. As a public relations administrator, my assessment was with the employees, the collections and credit department. One of the issues noted was that the employees were not properly documenting their tasks, which is used to see which tasks were completed, which tasks are pending, which helps ease if they need to spread the workflow and see if they need other people to help. One of the factors that contributed to this was the lack of training from the employer. Now, the lack of training does not provide guidance for the employees to see how to document their tasks, what is required, and there's no guidance provided for them. The second factor that contributed to the employees was the employees themselves. They were negligent and not inputting their tasks, their lack of input, but they knew the requirement from the employer is to input your task to see what's completed and what's not, and they just failed to complete it. The next issue that we noted was that the department has several communications programs which are not being used adequately and accordingly. This is also due to the lack of training from the employer, which could be useful in tracking or any other documentation that they might need, which will assist and ease the employees' responsibilities and help it faster flow. Now, the third issue that we noted was the communication tools, such as the emails and other services that are provided by the employers. The employees were using these systems more for personal use rather than just strictly business use. This causes, of course, lack of time that can be inputted in the workflow, which could be more productive by the employee themselves. Now, the last issue that we noted was that employees are not using the customer service required scripts. These scripts are provided to them for consistency to communicate effectively and professionally to their customers, which gives the LACs a more professional outlook from the customer service. Now, these issues that we noted, Norma Barbosa, our timekeeper, will be giving the responses on the effectiveness for these.
Thank you, Alma. My name is Norma. I'm the timekeeper for Connection Specialist. I'm going to be talking about the recommendations to improve credit department. For LACs, we are recommending for both areas, for managers and for employees. The first thing that we are recommending for managers is to improve managerial directives and protocols. What it means? It means that they need to communicate often with employees. And another thing is we are recommending, to share knowledge and offer support to the other subunits to facilitate and speed and or improve team performance, as well as the credit department collection. Also, we are recommending creating good relationships with between managers and to remember that they are part of the company as a whole, not just like one department working separately from the other. So that is going to be beneficial for the company and for the department. Also, we are recommending for the managers to offer trainings to the employees, but not just for new employees, also for the actual employees, and also, I guess, for managers. For employees, we are recommending to implement training covering customer service, documentation techniques, and the use of technology tools to improve communications between employees to offer a good services to customers. Now, here is our lead project director, Roland Gonzalez.
Thank you, Norma. We hope you enjoyed this assessment that we did with Lax Furniture, a company that chose to use our expertise for their issues with the communication problem in their departments. Our goal, our priority, is to determine key areas of concern within the communication process, protocols that the companies have, and develop solutions where they can benefit both in production, productivity, and of course profitability. So for any needs that you may have in the future as far as communication issues, please call us. And again, our company name is Connection Specialist LLC. Thank you.